Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be working on bees. That's something that's a lot of fun. It's really helpful. Let's get to it. I don't want to waste your time. Today we are going for the Nomad bee and the Nomad bee spawn egg. First you're going to get a sand nest. You're going to take it to the desert and you're going to click it with honey treats. Now if you're anywhere close to doing bees, you know what a honey treat is. Sometimes you will get a chocolate mining bee. We don't want those, so you can either kill it or they're hard to hit, so you can just keep it, call it good. You might need it later. Actually, I know there's a couple that you're going to need it for. You're going to get a lot of them. That's how it is. But what you can do, eventually you'll get one ashy mining bee. You just keep it in your cage, do whatever, and eventually you're going to put down a bunch of them, and look at that. You just got a ton of them. You can breed them all up. It's going to be super helpful. And then what's going to happen is these bees are going to go in and out of the nests, and eventually you're going to get a nomad bee that pops up out of it with it. And so you just kind of got to wait and work on it. And eventually, after you've done a lot of breeding and spent a lot of time on it, you're going to get the nomad bee. There's the nomad bee. You're going to take that to your main place, wherever you want to have it, and you're just going to breed them up. Breed, because you're going to need a lot of them, but they can be bred, so you just breed and breed and breed. You just use flowers. After that, what you're going to do is you're going to take it, put it in a bee cage. I have ethereal glass, and I have a spot where I can just pop it in. And that right there is a bee gene squasher thingamajig, but you get this bottle of bee juice, and you're going to take it down to the centrifuge. Once you put it in the centrifuge is going to do its fancy thing, and then eventually you're going to get some genes. It does not work on baby bees. They just pop right through. It has to be adult bees. You're just going to squash bee after bee after bee. Just squash them. But eventually, after you have 5 or 6 or so, you're going to go ahead, you're going to grab them, and then you're going to combine them all up, and you'll eventually get to 100% of this particular type of bee. And then once you're at 100%, you're going to put it with a honey treat, and then this now becomes a nomad bee honey treat. And you're going to take it, and you're going to bring it over to this bobby incubator. And you have a chicken egg, and you toss that in, and eventually, it takes forever, but eventually, you'll get a nomad bee spawn egg. One of the things that this bee is useful for is for getting the bloody bee. And that's why I wanted it, because it's like the only reason to have a nomad bee. Go ahead and watch my bloody bee video. It's super helpful. If you're into bloodcraft or doing anything like that, anything with blood, you are gonna need this bee. If you have any questions on any other bees that I haven't shown you before, comment down below.